Hey, what's up, everyone? Frank Valkyria. Welcome to the channel. The majority of you know me as a singer, as an artist, as a reactionist reacting to music and so on. But today I want to do a little talk. Today I was doing a live, but that live went lost. So I decided to share again those thoughts that I was sharing there with you, especially in this strange time. In this time where even the Netherlands now in Amsterdam where I live, it shut down everything, shut down restaurants, shut down coffee shops, coffee. Here coffee shops are the place where you buy weed, but coffee in general, only supermarkets will be left open and some places doing deliveries. And it seems that this is a trend happening everywhere around Europe, especially after the surge that happened in Italy. This event, it's truly the most catastrophic that I can remember in terms of impact so far and also how it feels on our awareness. And I couldn't help but just, think of how this it could shape our, future. Um, there is a sense overing everywhere of worrying, of defeat, of fear, and we have to take this thing seriously, even though it seems that the majority of cases will be harmless or like with little symptom or some symptoms. But still, um, the whole feeling overall is that of we have to take this seriously. And finally, people are acting up. But this is also a moment where people feel alone. Some people more than others. Um, Future perhaps seems uncertain because all people relying on a work or people like me relying on a business, we don't necessarily know how this is going to shape our future. And because of, like this sense that I know how it feels to don't have anybody on top of you, where you can just lay in or be protected, or like if something happens, the buffer, so to speak. um, I just know how it feels to also be alone. So for all the people that perhaps in this moment they're feeling a little bit upside down, um, I thought it was important just to show up here and talk and see that we are in this, all of us together. It's super strange that it has to be a virus to remind us of the illusion of borders, countries, ethnicities. A virus that spreads equally into everybody and makes no difference. You notice how quickly all those differences they become irrelevant. The distances they shorten because at the end of the day we are all people. We are one human race. Economically, this thing is having an impact and also shows how fragile the system that we live in is. Obviously, I'm not naive to think that it's all wrong, or like conspiracy theorists and so on and so forth, which they like to chime in every time there is a crisis and to point the finger and doing all of those things. I know that this system has done a lot of good throughout the world, economy and prospering, and it's been helpful for so many human beings for so many generations. But I also know it's not the only way we have, probably. But right now, like I said, it's not the moment to point the finger. It's not the moment to remember what we did wrong, to open up old wounds. It's not the moment to scream or to be greedy. But perhaps it's the moment of just realizing how much we need each other. How much we need each other in this moment more than ever. I'm Italian. I see my country locked down already for some time, and I live here in the Netherlands now. And all my family is scattered around in New York, in Berlin, in Hamburg, in Germany, in the south of Italy. I'm here alone. I have no family close by. And I feel this thing in a very strange way for each of my family member living in other places. My brother is on a ship in Japan waiting. It's all strange. It's all strange. His family is in Italy. And this is truly the moment where we realize that we need each other the most. Now it's the time of being kind. It's the time of being compassionate. It's the time of extending even a virtual hand, a virtual hug to anybody that needs it out there, somebody that needs an encouraging word that everything is going to be all right, despite the turmoil and economical disaster that can happen. It's the time to just open up our hearts. It's the time to tell each other that we care for each other, to your friends and family, to the people close to you, more than ever. Most likely, I believe, I'm an optimist, I believe we will emerge from this as well. We have been around for some time, but it's necessary to take those measures so to slow it down, to allow people that have to recover in more critical condition, and to the doctors, which they are the heroes, and the nurses and nurse, they are the heroes in this moment for all these people which they need special attention. So we're doing our part, and in doing our part, we have to be kind. And I'm not here trying to preach. I'm a human being trying to cope with this new awareness and new crisis like you. But it's just by sharing our thoughts and our preoccupation for each other that we care, that we also create a little bit of connection with all the people which perhaps they're isolated, or they fear more, or they are experiencing anxiety. Just to extend a virtual hug of love and acceptance. We are all in this together. We really are. And this is the time truly to forget about borders, to forget about ethnicities. We are one human race. And the more we close each other, the more we are closer to each other, the better it's going to be. The better we're going to emerge from this. At least that's the hope. This is what I believe. That also an occasion to prepare for the future. If our resources will focus on, something of this nature, for the future, we will be much better off. And also a reminder that we are bringing this on our, we have created this, because of misusing of resources and farms which they hatch too far into the jungle where bats live, and animals which they're not supposed to mingle with each other, they encounter and they spread diseases on one another because of our gluttony and desire to have the same food every single day, every day of the year, and so on and so forth. It's a moment also to realize that. And again, I'm not preaching. I'm just trying to think with a little bit of common sense. We could have avoided this. We could have avoided, and we can avoid it in the future. But again, now it's not the time to point the finger. It's the time to extend our hand to anybody in need, both virtually or an hug. If you're lucky enough to be in your house right now in quarantine in Italy, and you can hug someone of your loved ones. And if you're not, extend a word of encouragement to a friend of yours that perhaps needs it, because it's like this that we get closer to one another, and then we stay safe and we stay healthy. Health, it also comes with the sense of being loved, of being appreciated. And I'm sure there's a lot of people right now which they might feel a little bit more anxiety than other times. And showing love and affection is the very act that we can do to feel each other a little bit stronger. And feeling stronger, it's what we need right now to stay healthy. So let's do that, and let's wait this thing out, and we will emerge better than before. Always spread love, and I'll see you later.